Hey everybody, it is Libby DeLucian, and I want to talk to you guys about something that many people struggle with. I had a great friend ask me, or in a group I was in this week, about, balancing family and work. And she's just feeling overwhelmed, burnt out, and feels like every time she goes to do something, whether it's like read a book, watch a webinar, watch TV, that she can't retain anything. And I know exactly how she's feeling. So I want to give a couple pointers to everybody on what can you do if you're feeling this way. And again, it's about balancing work and family. And I'm going to give 3 points. But before I give those points, everyone is searching and chasing for this work-life balance. And in reality, there is really there's no separation. The way we balance it is by creating a business, a job, a career that integrates with our life. So it's a fully integrated life. And how can we do that? And how can we achieve it? It's just one of the things that I will be covering in my new program, 1LD Lifestyle. It's a new program. We're super excited to drop it. And if you want to learn more about it, just put 1LD in the comments and we'll make sure to send you information about this amazing program. It's for entrepreneurs that are looking to grow and scale their businesses and that are just tired of settling. But we're going to jump into the 3 tips and what can you do? These tips you can actually implement today and start to see results. And the first tip is, if you're feeling tired, if you're feeling overwhelmed, if you're feeling burnt out, the first tip is look at what we're eating, but mainly what we're drinking. If we're drinking like really sugary drinks, I was a huge fan of sweet tea at like McDonald's, sodas. If we're drinking really sugary drinks, those can cause brain fog and to make you feel sluggish and slow, and they can really impact your clarity. Why? Because sugary drinks, the sugar is already dissolved into a liquid form, and they say that it impacts our brain clarity faster than when we eat sugary food. The other thing you want to look at in your drinks is just making sure you're not ingesting too much artificial sweetener. I found out through my health journey that I was actually allergic to artificial sweetener, and it impacted me greatly, gave me headaches. I felt flushed. It almost felt like my blood pressure got a little high at times from artificial sweetener. That's the first thing you can look at. You will see a difference instantly. And just watch, what are we drinking during the day? It's going to affect our clarity and our mental capacity. The second tip is for business owners. I find that we're constantly learning. We're reading books. We're going to courses. We're signing up for stuff. And we have to realize when we've hit capacity, like when are we at the limit and when will no more fit in that big brain of ours? We have an amazing sparkly brain, but if we're constantly taking in stuff, we're going to hit capacity. Like there's no more going to fit in. And that could be why you're feeling like you're not retaining anything. You might have hit capacity with knowledge. And now it's time to go and implement. Strategy in theory is sexy. Like everybody loves to strategize and learn and look at theory, but nobody likes to actually do like strategic, tactical doing. Nobody likes to do it. It's not the sexy part of business. And it makes for a lot of overwhelm because we feel heavier because we keep learning and saying, oh, I have to do this. I have to do this. I have to do this. There's a lot of power in just being still. There's a lot of power in unplugging, especially if you're working remote. A tip is, yesterday, Chris and I worked remotely from Margaritaville. Why? We needed to unplug. We still worked, but we needed to change up our environment. And we just were still. We worked on things that were low lift, and then we treated ourselves to a nice dinner. But realize when have I hit capacity? Am I done learning? And am I ready to execute or implement? there's, like I said, it's not sexy to implement. It's kind of boring. And if you're a true entrepreneur, we don't like to implement. We like to learn and we like to be visionaries. But we all have our limits on what can we take in, what can we absorb. And then the last thing, my last tip, my third tip is the CEO athlete, right? We're all CEOs of our companies. Are you a CEO athlete? And are you treating your body and your schedule and your food or nutrition like an athlete, like a professional basketball player? And sometimes we're working through burnout and we don't realize it. And this is where we actually like learn to hate our company. We grow apathy for our company because we're in burnout. We're working through burnout. We're exhausted, we're tired, but we got to get it done. And we just turn into like non-efficient human beings. We're slow. Our work is not great. We hate the work. And so instead of, working through burnout, we need to realize, when are we in burnout? When is the tipping point? And we need to stop and rest. It's the same theory as like interval exercising. We're raising our heart rate on purpose, then we're stopping and we're resting. And the next time we go back to do it, we can work harder or further. And it's the same thing. So instead of working through burnout, listen to your body, listen to your mind. And one of my tips is to set the rest. Set the rest in your calendar. If you have a project, give yourself a timeline. And when that timeline is hit, I don't care if that project is done or not, stop and rest. There's no shame in working hard and hustling and having late nights, no shame at all. But what we don't want to do is keep working through that burnout. Unplug, take a staycation, go sit outside, take yourself to dinner, something simple, nothing too overwhelming. But you need to treat your body like it's a professional athlete, your body and your mind. And for us small, entrepreneurs with small businesses, we're always working through burnout. And we have to learn to stop, rest, and then the next time we go back, we hit it even harder and harder and harder. So work hard, rest hard. Set the rest in your calendar and make sure that, you're treating your body like a professional athlete, because you're a CEO athlete. So hopefully, you're not working too hard in that burnout, because again, it's going to make us inefficient, slow, and we're actually not going to be happy with the output of the project or the results. If you're interested in learning any of this or any more on these topics, just drop 1LD in the comments. We are launching our 1LD lifestyle program for business owners that are above $500,000 in annual revenue and as high as $5 million. And anyone that's interested in owning multiple ventures, multiple businesses. I own multiple businesses, and I've put my life work together and have now packaged it in a program that is super sexy and beautiful, but it's for only those who are willing to go to the next level, willing to put the work in and the hustle. Again, drop 1LD in the comments if you're interested.